Hi guys, so I just wanted to do this quick intro. I am running out the door, so sorry if I'm rushing through it, but basically I just wanted to make a video for you guys showing you how I blow dry and curl my hair. I've gotten a lot of questions from friends and family and honestly random people in the street asking me how I did my hair, so I figured it was time for me to just put it out there on the internet for the world to see because I get so many questions on it. So if you want to see how I got this look, then please keep watching.
Alright, hi guys, so I am using a Conair curling iron. I believe this is the 1 1/4 inch, and I'm setting it to the highest setting, making sure to turn on both of the buttons. I forget what they say right now, but making sure to turn on both of those. Now I'm taking some water and I'm just spraying my hair because I'd let it air dry for a while and I just want to add some moisture to my hair so that when I'm blow drying it, it's not just dry hair that I'm trying to style. So that's what I'm doing here. That's a little quick tip. If your hair gets too dry and you feel like you can't blow dry it, then just spray it with some water really quick and you'll be fine. Then I am brushing out my hair just to make sure that everything is distributed nicely. And the next step is to use this Aveda Pure Abundance Style Prep. And what I'm going to do is take my bangs and then take the product, flip my bangs over, add the product to my roots, and then from there take about inch sections and flip them to the other side or where I believe my layers are. So I'll flip that to the other side and then I'll take my Pure Abundance spray and I will spray about 4 sprays of this. You can be pretty liberal with this product. I actually sometimes use a lot more because I want more texture in my hair. But what this is going to do is add texture to your hair. So when you are trying to fluff up your hair later and add a little bit of volume, it's just going to help keep that volume. I love this product and I will always repurchase it. I can't live without it. I'm also going to apply this on the crown of my head, the back of my head. You really just want to get it all over your roots. Now using the Aveda Phomollient, I'm going to take about 2 pumps and rub this in my hands and apply it to my roots. Now if you have thinner hair, you might want to use a little bit less. Thicker hair, you might use a little bit more, but I believe 2 pumps is fitting for my hair. So I'm just applying this to where I had put my Pure Abundance Style Prep, and then that will just help add body. Now using Aveda Damage Remedy, I'm going to apply this onto my ends. This is going to detangle and help protect from breakage and damage due to heat styling. That is what the bottle says, so I will believe it. I'm going to apply this from the top of my ears down, and now moving on to blow drying. I'm going to take this large brush, round brush, and it's by Conair, I believe. I think I got it at Target. And I am just going to blow dry my bangs, and I'm blow drying it down and blow drying from the top of my hair first until I feel like it's kind of damp. And then I will flip it to the top of my hair and go the other direction, and I will just blow dry until it is dry. I have a widow's peak, so my bangs get kind of funky, so I like to do those first. Now right here, I'm taking it just right by my ear. I get weird curls by my hairline, so I'm just really getting those out first and making sure I'm concentrating on those before I move on to anything else. So like I said, I move it to the top of my head and really just go back and forth until I get it to where I like. I'm going to be curling my hair later, but I will give you a suggestion in case you like the way it looks just blow dried at the end of blow drying. Now I'm just going to go ahead and do the same thing to the other side, focusing on the front of my hair and then going kind of by my ear and blow drying that part as well. The next thing I like to do is take my hair and take little sections, probably about the same sections you did for the Pure Abundance, maybe a little bit less, and I'm just going to flip it to the other side and blow dry. This will help straighten your hair and add volume because you're pulling from the roots the opposite direction of where it's going to actually be laying, so it's just going to add a ton of volume. So I'm just adding a little bit more hair at a time. I'm going forwards and then backwards, and I just go back and forth and do that, and that's going to really help dry your roots and take a lot less time blow drying your hair. And I'm going to do that to the other side as well. Now I still have a lot of moisture left underneath my hair, so I just like to take all my hair to one side and use my brush and just dry underneath a little bit. Now the typical flip over, I'm only going to do this for a couple seconds, so sorry it was out of frame. So now I'm just drying the rest of my head, nothing special, just trying to get the rest of the moisture out. I hold a lot of moisture around the back and sides of my head because my hair gets really thick around there, so that's just what I'm doing here, just brushing with my fingers and blow drying the rest of my hair until it is completely dry. And now my hair is huge. So now I'm just going to go find my part, brush it out, and make sure that everything is dry, which in the next clip you will see it wasn't, so I just keep blow drying and making sure that everything is dry before we start to curl. Now I'm just going to find my part again and brush everything out so everything is nice and smooth in the way that I like it. And this will be the final product for blow drying. I like to keep it this way on days that I get really lazy and then put a product in it just to get rid of the frizz. So that is the final product. Now if you like that, then you can use this Frizzy's Secret Weapon, and this will just help get rid of the rest of the frizz. The freeze. So now I am moving on to curling, if you would like to see that part. I am just going to take this Chi iron guard, and sorry I don't have a clip of that product, but it is just the Chi iron guard. I will leave it down below, and I'm just going to brush out my hair so that it is protected from the heat all the way and distributed nicely. Now I'm taking a ribbon here. As you saw, I had a hair tie that is really loose and really stretchy, so I like to use that. But if you're scared of getting a crimp in your hair, you part your hair down the middle like so, and then you can take a ribbon and put that around your hair, and just to make sure that you're getting the tightness that you desire, but I don't really care, and I am using a nice stretchy hair tie and just tying that side of my hair. Now getting into the fun part, I've already heated up my iron, so I am going to take my iron and bring it about halfway down my curl and then go back and forth with my finger and my thumb, loosening the clamp and then letting the curl loose. Now you don't want to touch it. No. Don't touch it. Let it cool. Now I'm going to take about an inch and a half of my hair, just about right behind my ear, or to the front of my ear, and I'm taking that section. I am going to brush it out. Take a section that will work with my curling iron. It kind of is dependent on what size curling iron you're using, whether you want to use a bigger or a smaller chunk of hair, but I'm going down the iron about halfway, going back and forth with my thumb and my pointer finger, loosening the clamp until I can let it loose and let the curl go, just like that. Now I am going to do a more detailed curl for the next one. Going halfway down the curl, taking it, here's slow-mo, finger, thumb, and letting it loose. Now, pointing to the arrow. You don't want any of your hair sticking out of the bottom. That is where you'll get the crimp in the bottom of your hair, and it'll look really funky and like you started from the bottom of your hair and not the top, and it just doesn't look like a nice curl. So you really don't want any extra hair coming out of the bottom. You really want to curl all of the hair. Now I like to place the extra hair on the other side of my head, so I'm not getting confused on what's curled and what isn't curled. But I'm going to take that hair that isn't curled, take my hair, my finger, do about that much hair, and pull it all the way down to my neck so I have another section like so. And I'm going to do the exact same thing that I did last time. Brush it out, make sure there's no knots, because, oh yeah, you can get that later. That's what that was. You can get that hair underneath later. Unfortunately, I don't have a clip of that, but it's easy enough. And I'm going to take a section and do the same thing. Start from the root, pull it all the way about halfway, and curl it up. And curl it until you get all the hair through. No hair, no extra hair. And pull it all the way down and let it loose. Then you just continue doing this process until you are done with that half of the hair. So I'm going to put you guys into fast motion because I think you're kind of getting the point, and then we'll move on to the other side. Why I like to start my curl at the root rather than at the ends is because your ends are already so damaged, and the heat can only do more damage to your ends. So I'm really spending very little time on my ends and really just curling where my curl needs to be and not damaging the bottoms of my hair, and that means less trimming at the salon. So now using this Herbal Essences hairspray, essences? Is that what I said? Anyway, the Herbal Essences hairspray, I love this stuff. My dancer Hannah introduced me to it, and I actually really love it. So I bought it myself, and yeah, so now I just demonstrated how you could use the ribbon to tie up this half of your hair, because my hair tie is so stretchy, I don't really mind. And if you have a little bit of a crimp in your hair, it's not going to make the biggest difference because we really fluff it around. But yeah, so I'm just using a hair tie, doing the exact same thing I did to the other side of my head. I am pulling the curling iron halfway down my hair, and then curling the rest of my hair as I did before. This piece going right to about the front of my hair, or the front of my ear, and I'm just going to brush it out, take different sections, and do the exact same thing on this side. I forgot to tell you guys on the other side that I'm really pulling my hair from the back, because sometimes it's very frustrating when you are trying to curl your hair in the back and you can't see it. So I pull it to the side and make sure that I can see what I'm doing. Also, what I did right there where I took the curl, because it wasn't really curling the way I wanted it to, what you can do is touch the curl. You don't want to brush it out, but touch the curl and over curl the curl in the direction that you wanted it to go, and it'll keep the curl kind of like what I just did there, and it'll make sure that the curl goes the way that you want it to. Now, I forgot to mention earlier that when you put your other half of the hair that is done curling in the ribbon or the hair tie, still don't brush it out. Make sure that you're not brushing it out. You really want to make sure that everything is cooled before you go ahead and fluff it up or do anything like that. So I like to keep that side still pretty curled, as you can see in kind of the pigtail, that it's still really curled. Don't brush it out. You still want to give it time to cool. So I am just going to continue doing this to this side of my head and fast forward for you guys, and then I will take it from when we are done and taking out the hair tie from the other side, and that's where it gets really exciting. Now I'm just going to spray my hair again I like to do this pretty liberally. It's not going to look like a sticky mess. Oh, well, then my camera cut out. But I took out the other hair tie. I just pulled it out. And now I'm just going to fluff up my hair and mess around with it until I get what I want. I am just putting it back, brushing it through, pushing it up and kind of crimping it up, doing what I want to get the kind of curl that I want. I kind of wanted a glamorous but beachy kind of messy curl. So that's what I'm doing here, doing the flip, doing everything that I need to do to get the volume and the kind of curl that I want. And spraying it again with more hairspray after everything is put together. You can be done there, but I like to give it a little bit more texture with this Texturizing Cream. And I am just going to take a little bit of that, rub it in between my fingers and my hands and really warm it up. And then I'm just going to take little pieces and make it a little bit more beachy. It'll kind of make it stick together little pieces and give it this like kind of dirty feel, even though it's not dirty and it's not going to look dirty at all. It's just kind of, it's going to texturize it, which is what that product is meant for. Then to finish everything off, I'm going to use that Frizz Ease cream that I had mentioned earlier. And I'm just going to get kind of by my roots, nothing crazy, just really barely touching the roots of my head and getting rid of some of that frizz. And then just messing around my hair again until I get what I want and spraying it once again. Hairspray apparently is my best friend, so I'm just going to spray my hair until I get what I want and it should be done. So I really hope you guys liked this tutorial. I am going to give you an outro, but this is the final product. I love it. I do this hair about every single day when I'm going out. So yeah, there we go. There we have it. I hope you liked it and I will talk to you guys later.
Alright guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. It's just really loose. Like, it's super simple to do once you get a hang of it. I can do it so quickly now. Just like loose curls that just look so, like, not effortless, but you can almost make them look beachy. You can make them look glamorous. With this iron and this technique, you can really do anything. If you put a texturizing cream in your hair, you can make it look more beachy and like kind of dirty. You know, I love this hair look. I can wear it for a couple days in a row. Don't be afraid to brush it out. Before I did this, my intro and this outro, I brushed it out and put a little bit more hairspray in it because I've done a couple things since filming the video and it still holds a curl. So it does last a few days, at least for me. And so yeah, I really hope you understood this video and enjoyed it, and yeah, I hope that maybe what I told you, what I advised, helped you in your curling ventures. So yeah, I really hope you like this video and I will see you guys next time.